Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gridiron Network podcast. Man, we took a week off. But we are back. We're back and ready for the playoffs, man. Today, we've got your guys' hot takes. We're going to talk about the coaching carousel because things are starting to move already. We got fires coming in left and right. We got a little keep three, cut three today. Then we're going to take a look at the playoff bracket and specifically wild card weekend as well. We're going to break through all the games. We're going to get into a little college football playoff talk as well as we approach the finals here in the semifinals. Harry, how are we feeling today?
Man, we're doing great. It felt weird not doing an episode last week. It felt
I
really
know.
weird. I just got so used to it. But like we said, if there's 1 week to miss, it is week 18 because you got guys like Tanks Bigsby playing and starting. So it is okay.
Hey, Take Bigsby kind of went off, man. All
He
right.
did do good. He did do good. But
He did a little good. Before we get into hot takes today, I do just want to say this episode is sponsored by Poggers. Use code TGN for 10% off all items at checkout. Poggers is the hydration plus energy drink mix made for gamers, creators, and anyone who plays life at full speed. Zero sugar, all flavor, no crash. So if you guys want to check it out, use our code TGN for 10% off of all items. But let's get things started off. A little hot takes today, Harry.
let's
First one
do
we
it.
got here. If Josh Allen doesn't make the Super Bowl this year with no Lamar, Burrow, or Mahomes, will he ever make it? Whew, that's the hard hitting question.
Yeah, no, that's it's a very good. I don't know, man. I just feel like these playoffs this year will say a lot about Josh Allen just because I mean, when you look at it, these guys aren't in no Lamar, no Burrow, no Mahomes. If there's any single shot of him ever winning a ring, this I personally believe is the best shot. Now, if he doesn't this year, will he ever make it? I bet if he doesn't make it this year, I bet he will make it eventually. His GM, I mean, hopefully should be trying to make the team better around him while you still got him there. So to say that if he doesn't make it this year, will he ever make it? I personally think that he will. But where do you lean on in Josh Allen in these Bills?
I'm not gonna lie, man. I think if he doesn't make it this year, I don't see them making the Super Bowl. I think he might unfortunately be the quote unquote, obviously he has an MVP, but the quote unquote Philip Rivers of the group, right? The guy who just wasn't good enough to get over that hump. And it's not so much his fault. I don't blame Josh Allen. I do think it's more so just the team not putting the the right people around him, specifically receiving talent, man. Because James
Yeah.
Cook is a monster, he's a beast, but the receiving talent's just not there. And when you look at this playoffs, man, it's such a weird playoff because it really feels like anybody can win. It's
Yeah.
anybody's ball game. It doesn't feel like there's really a far and away favorite, especially on the AFC side of things. I know we'll get into it later with the playoff bracket, but we both had a lot of trouble narrowing down our playoff brackets because there's just so many possibilities and outcomes that we could see happening. But man, you look at, not only do you have Mahomes, Lamar, and Burrow out of the playoffs this year, but look at the teams coming up. You got the Drake Mays, right? You got Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars. You got the Texans, Bo Nix and the Broncos. You got a bunch of young up and coming teams that they might start pushing them old dogs out, you know. And I'm not calling Josh Allen old because he's obviously not, but he's the more experienced guy, right?
Yeah.
And and I do think he needs to capitalize because we all know biggest kryptonite for Josh Allen's Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. He's not there this year. You have to capitalize on that. And if you don't, I don't know if he does, or maybe it's not in Buffalo. I don't know.
Ooh, that'd be interesting, dude. It's
That'd be
just
really
like,
interesting.
man. I mean, you kind of laid it out exactly what I was thinking. It's just like there hasn't been a better opportunity for Josh Allen to go get that ring, and it's just, I mean, I don't know how many more years we're going to be talking AFC playoffs, and Lamar, Burrow, and Mahomes are not going to be included in there.
Hey, it might be a little more with Lamar if they don't get this head coaching decision nailed down. I mean,
Hey, can I drop a hot take right now,
oh, let's go.
dude? I think there is. I'm not gonna say decent chance. This is a spicy one. This is a spicy
Oh,
hot take that Lamar Jackson will not be a Raven to start the next football season.
next year he won't be a Raven.
Hey, it's a spicy one, man. I can
Ooh,
just
that's a spicy one for sure. I
they're already
think,
firing their coach. It's just like we'll talk more about that,
yeah,
but it's
I'll
just
save my
like
thoughts until a little
a
later
lot's going
for that
bad, and
one.
I think a lot's going bad in Baltimore, personally.
All right, we'll get into the next hot take because we'll talk more about Lamar and the
Yeah,
Ravens here in
yeah.
a little bit when we get into our little coaching carousel segment. Next hot take here, next listener hot take: the 49ers are going to upset the Eagles this weekend. Uh, oh man, I don't see it. I don't see it happening. I like Brock Purdy. Obviously, he balled out against us, but man, I just don't think that they'll be able to keep up with that Eagles defense, is my thing. And I think that Jalen Hurts and that offense will be able to do enough to win because their defense is going to get them great field position. They're not going to, they're just such a tough defense, man. And I don't think the 49ers are going to be able to break them down enough.
Um, I think this is kind of wild that this is a hot take, personally.
Hey, they're
Um,
technically underdogs.
okay, here's I think the 49ers are going to upset the Eagles as of right now. But I did see that Ricky Pearsall and Trent Williams both didn't practice today. If they're not practicing on what is today? Is today? Yeah, on a Wednesday. I mean, Wednesday's usually when they let let the vets miss a practice, but it's playoff time. Like I feel like that shouldn't be a thing. And if they go into this game without, more importantly, without Trent Williams, I think that's going to be very, very tough for those 49ers to win. But personally, I do see a world where the 49ers can do enough because their offense has been on fire as of late. And I really do think it can beat these Eagles, man.
I don't see the Niners beating the Eagles with that defense, man, especially if there's no Trent Williams. I mean, Jalen Phillips, Nolan Smith, Jalix Hunt, Jod Campbell. Like, there's just so much. And then obviously you get into guys like the Jalen Carters, the Quinyon Mitchells, the Cooper DeJean. Shout out Cooper DeJean. We see you over there, Nikki Bella. Uh, we see you.
I was wondering if that's where you were going with that.
Shout out him. Appreciate that. Little cougar hunter, but I just can't see them taking down that. There's so much firepower in that defense, and I don't know, man. I can't see it. I there's obviously a world where it happens. Eagles are only 4.5-point favorites, but I'm willing to bet my money the Eagles come out on top in this game. And as a Bears fan, I would also much rather play an Eagles team than assuming a Rams team. So
yeah. No, that's very. I think that game could be very, very good. I mean, dude, we have a lot of good games this weekend, man. I cannot wait. I can't believe we're already here talking playoffs, but I'm very excited for this weekend, man.
Feels like just yesterday we started the podcast.
Dude, it's crazy.
Before the season started.
Crazy. Hey, did Rome end up being the leader of the Bears for fantasy? Receiver-wise?
He did not.
I knew he was hurt, but I didn't know if I thought it would be enough.
I think Luther did.
Did Luther? Hey, dude, he is going to be...
I know Colston Loveland was our leading receiver.
Dude, Loveland, him and Tyler Warren completely flipped their season.
From week 7 on, Loveland was the number 1 in a lot of categories and number 2 amongst tight ends.
Did you see? Yeah, no, dude, he's been very, very fun to watch. The difference between. So, did you know Kyle Pitts? I believe I read Kyle Pitts ended the season as the tight end 2.
Dude, yeah.
Dude.
This was the year. This was finally the year it all paid off. All those years of drafting. I think I said it on this podcast. I was giving him one more year, I believe. And he paid it off, especially once Kirk O'Chains took over.
Dude, it's just. But I was getting with that Trey McBride. He was like, it might have been over 100 points that he was the tight end 1, and I just think that was just such a dominant season from him. Won me my champion. Hey, wait, we didn't talk.
Uh-oh.
How many championships? How'd your fantasy championship go?
So I was in 2 fantasy championships, one for a dynasty league, one for a redraft. redraft league, I won. That
Let's
one I
go.
won, but it
Let's
wasn't
go.
as big of a money prize as the other one, where my Cinderella. I was the seventh team in that league, the seventh ranked team. Slipped into the
7 seed.
playoffs.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
and I made it to the championship. Kyle Pitts was carrying me, then Drake May,
Yep.
but then Bijan
Yep.
crushed my spirits in the championship, and he
No,
took
you had
it
to
all
go
away.
against that. Oh,
Still
that's
got paid for second
unfortunate.
place.
That's
But
okay.
I
That's
tried
okay.
to I tried to talk into a winner takes all for that one, and the
Ah,
other guy wanted to do 400 100.
that's
So
funny.
I'm glad he did. So I still
Yep.
got a little bit of money.
Let's go. Let's
How
go.
about yourself?
Dude, yeah, it went I finally did it. My most expensive league. I've consistently made the playoffs. I just couldn't win the big one, and I got to play my younger brother in the championship game. Beat him by 40 points, all because I was saying this all off season. Christian McCaffrey. If he is
Yep.
healthy, he is the best player in fantasy
listened.
football. And man, did he deliver. He got me almost a 30 bomb in the championship game. And who else did I have that I was getting in every single league? Drake May. In this league,
Yep.
45 points. So those two, obviously, I was loving these guys all year long. They got me the big one, and luckily for me, I got to keep Trey McBride. So I had a nice little Drake May, Christian McCaffrey, Trey McBride. Dude, honestly, this is the team that I drafted a lot of these players and waited for them to pay out. I had RJ Harvey. I waited all year. This guy was on my bench all year. He got me 19. Marion Hampton came back. He got me a 20 bomb. Jacoby Myers, I never gave up on. Unfortunately, I did keep him all through while he was still on the Raiders. Unfortunately, he had a rough one, only 7 points in the championship week. But, I mean, the last couple weeks, bro, he was looking like their wide receiver one, dare I say, man.
Yeah, definitely.
He's been balling. Parker Washington's been balling. But, man, yeah, like I said, this was my highest payout league, and I finally won the championship in. So nothing has broken my spirits yet, because I'm still so happy I finally got it. So happy.
You know who the redraft league that I won? So I had CMC, who obviously was my best player.
Yep.
But two guys that really did it were one Kyle Pitts, Wandale Robinson,
Dog.
wide receiver 14
Dog.
on the year, dude.
Uh-huh.
He was, because I had neighbors as well, so
Yep.
I drafted both of them.
Okay. That's
And man, I'm
worked
so
out
glad
nicely.
I did.
Worked out really nicely.
Dude, I had neighbors and Quinshawn Judkins both end up on IR. That was
Ooh.
brutal. And I still won the league. So
Oh, man. Let's go, dude.
I had to bench Jalen Hurts as my fantasy quarterback. Put Caleb Williams in towards the end of the year when Caleb just started going crazy.
Dude, it's been so fun to watch him this year, man.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Hey, we're not done.
A feeling I've
and
never
we are
had.
not done. So
It's a feeling I've never had before.
what?
Of
Just
knowing that
hope,
I have a
hope
franchise
for your-
quarterback.
yeah. Did he break
Oh,
4,000? I don't think so, right?
Dude, he was 58 yards short.
No. Oh, that's.
But I could tell when that game started, Ben Johnson ran the ball in like the first two drives. I basically just said, "Fuck your 4,000 yards. Don't worry about it. We're gonna win a Super Bowl." You know,
As long as
We could tell what his
I get the
message was.
dub, it's all that matters.
right? But hey, we got another listener hot take here. We got a couple more to get through. So we got a lot of Steelers fans here, is what I'm noticing. So this listener hot take: Chargers beat the Patriots, Steelers beat the Texans, and none of the QBs throw an interception. Ooh, so I
Okay.
disagree with both of your picks to win, and
Yeah.
but that's not the part I'm going to focus on because we'll talk about the playoff bracket later and more Steelers fans here in a second. The no interceptions part is what really, speaks to me there, because Justin Herbert, I think, is throwing an interception. I don't think Drake May is. I think Aaron Rodgers is throwing an interception, and CJ Stroud is definitely throwing an interception. So I think there's only one quarterback here that doesn't, and it's Drake May.
Of course. My MVP.
Really? He's your MVP pick
Dude, I don't see how they
over
give
Stafford?
it. I don't see how they give it to Stafford after that last week.
Stafford, but he's got he still had. Okay, here's a little gripe I have, right? Is it the most valuable player award, or is it the who does better in the last 4 weeks award?
Okay, let me hit you with this. You think that you take both of those quarterbacks off of those rosters, you think the Patriots could do what they did this year?
No, but I also don't think the Rams do what they did.
I think. See, I'm in the boat where I think the Rams have a lot better of a shot to do what they did because you still have Puka, you still have Adams, you still have Kyron. If you look at that Patriots offense, it is Drake May, and that is it. They don't have a like what I'm saying is they don't have a Puka. They don't. I don't think they have. I like Henderson, man. I think he's a dog. I hope he gets worked in a lot more next year. But I just think that Patriots team without May is just one of the bottoms, man.
So, I mean, even when you factor in, so let's factor in Drake May's rushing yards, then their yardage about equals out, right?
Okay. Yeah.
But then interceptions, they both have 8, right? So we'll give them that. The touchdown difference, even with Drake May's rushing touchdowns, Stafford still has, it would be 11 more total touchdowns. I mean,
yeah, that's a good point.
I got to.
Hey, do you remember this guy had a back injury, right? Entering the year,
exactly
made me not draft Puka anywhere.
Like I said Stafford was the MVP the whole year. I can't let the last 3 weeks change around. I think Drake May put up a hell of a fight, and I won't be mad if Drake May wins MVP, but he's not my MVP pick. If I had a vote, which I never will, my vote is for Matthew Stafford.
Like, I'm a little biased, man. He dropped 45 in the championship week to get me a ring.
He was on my title team too, but he didn't get me the ring. Exactly. He needed to drop about another 40 points.
Come on, why couldn't he put up 85 for you?
So if he would have put up 85, maybe he would have been my MVP choice. I don't know.
No, but back to this hot take.
Got to please all the voters.
Exactly. I honestly disagree with every single, hate to be that guy, but every single part of that hot take. Hey, hopefully for you, man, hopefully he goes through. I think the Chargers have a lot better chance of beating the Patriots than the Steelers do the Texans, personally.
Really? I think it's the other way around.
Yeah, I think these Texans should embarrass these Steelers, to be honest.
We'll get into it later. We'll save it.
Yeah. Good call. Yeah, good call.
Next hot take.
Another Steelers fan.
Another Steelers fan. The next two are also Steelers fans. The Steelers will host a game in the divisional round. Now, this means that both the Steelers win and the Patriots win. I don't see it. I don't see it. Without getting into too much detail, because we're going to talk about our whole playoff bracket in a little while.
I disagree. That's all I'm going to say.
And I'm just going to tie in the next hot take here because it's also Steelers. I don't know where you all came from. But he said, Steelers by 20, and in parentheses, please. I appreciate the please. But I don't think Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter are going to care. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to be the one saying please by the end of the game.
Yeah, dude, I feel like this is just, I can say the same thing about the Steelers for the past decade and it being right. I just don't see them getting far in the playoffs at all.
They did not deserve to be in here, man.
I was about to say they were a field goal away from Tomlin probably kicking the can in Pittsburgh.
Not only that, but the Calvin Austin touchdown. I don't even know who the defender was. It slipped the top of my head. You were playing 10 yards off in coverage and you slipped on a route. How did that happen?
Hey, Rodgers.
See, they should have even been in that situation.
Rodgers said, I think he said it was Freiermuth that told Calvin just to go. He said, "Go cook them," and he cooked them. He cooked them for
I don't even know if Calvin cooked them. I think he cooked himself.
Dude, that was a crazy game, man. I just can't believe.
I was mad that game was featured on Sunday night over the other options, and I think it was the right decision. Yeah,
because I really do think whatever team loses that game, their head coach was gone.
Yeah, all right, maybe both. Maybe both will be gone.
Maybe.
I don't know if you can, but
yeah, we will see.
Speaking of head coaches being gone, let's talk about this little coaching carousel because we've already had 7 head coaches fired this year. 2 in the
Crazy.
middle of the season, 5 here in the last couple of days. So we're the first 2 that happened in the season. Obviously, Brian Daboll with the Giants, Brian Callahan with the Titans. But the recent ones, Pete Carroll's out of Vegas, Jonathan Gannon's not with the Cardinals, Stefanski's not with the Browns, Raheem Morris is out with the Falcons, and John Harbaugh's out with the
The
Ravens. I think
big
the
one.
most shocking one is the John Harbaugh, right? Do you think Harbaugh was the right decision?
Um, yeah, to be honest, it's just. But okay, here was my thing. Oh man, where did I read it? There was a report that came out saying how they want a better coach to get better quarterback play. I don't.
I
I
don't
just
think that's the case.
exactly. I just don't think. I think it's going to be nearly impossible to find an upgrade over John Harbaugh, but I don't know. I think it was the right move. That's
You
kind
know
of
what
where I'm
it's
at.
you know what it reminds me of?
What?
The Eagles firing Andy Reid.
Yep.
He
That's a good one.
obviously Andy Reid didn't win the Super Bowls, but he brought you to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Harbaugh won a Super Bowl, but you were always good. You were always at the top, but you weren't good enough. And at some point, you can't just be happy with making it. You want to win the whole thing again. So I think it is the right decision, but I think it's a year late. I
Yeah.
think they needed to do it last year and promote Mike McDonald, because now look what's happening in Seattle. That could have been you. That could have been you, Ravens fans.
Yeah.
But if you had to pick a replacement for John Harbaugh, right? You're the
Oh
GM. I don't
my.
know the GM's name. Who's your pick? I think I have the perfect fit for the Ravens.
Dude, I don't even know. I would
I
have to. Who do you think? Who are you thinking?
I think you need a personality change in there. You need
I think so.
a guy who's aggressive,
Yeah.
who's not going to choke away these games, and you need a play caller on one side of the ball, whether it's offense or defense. Brian Flores. I
That's
think he's a perfect fit for
wow.
Baltimore,
That's
man.
actually crazy. That is the most Baltimore pick they could go with.
I think it's I think it's a match made in heaven, right?
Has he had
And you
any
gotta
interviews?
hope. I'm not sure if he's had any lined up yet. I haven't paid too much attention because there's been so many interviews
Oh
happening.
yeah.
And we also have all the playoff teams that can't have interviews happen yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's going to be a lot happening the next couple of weeks. A lot of interviews. I think the Bears, for example, are going to get picked apart. I think our whole coaching staff is like gone. But yeah, I like that fit. Next one we'll talk about Raheem Morris and the Falcons. This had to happen.
Yeah.
It had to happen.
There was no way possible. I think that going into next year, this shouldn't have happened.
There's too much talent on that Atlanta team to go 8-9 in
Yeah.
back-to-back years. And did you see the craziest part? That Jets Falcons game where the Jets upset them?
Yep.
If the Falcons would have beat the Jets,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
the Falcons would be in the playoffs, and
That's
the Jets would have the
crazy.
number 1 overall pick.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's
I
crazy.
I know both fan bases would gladly switch the outcome.
Oh,
of that game.
100%.
But
yeah,
Raheem
that's
Morris
crazy.
had to go.
Yeah.
He should have never been hired there in the first place. I'm sorry. He was not ready to be a head coach, in my opinion. And I think the only reason he was a head coach is because he was buddy with Arthur Blank.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know who I would replace. I think that defense is good enough to where you need to go get an offensive play caller, maybe a Clint Kubiak.
He's going to be a
or
hot
maybe-
name, man.
Or maybe go for the established guy, the Kevin Stefanski, right? Because he's out in Cleveland. Maybe bring Stefanski in, but I think I have a good idea on where Stefanski's going.
What do you think?
I like Clint Kubiak here. I think if they're really feeling ballsy, go get Matt Nagy. But I think that's an awful decision.
Yeah.
But he's getting a lot of interviews.
I was about to
Cliff
say,
Kingsbury.
his name's been popping up.
I think Stefanski. I think he's going to the Giants. I think it's a perfect fit.
I mean, yeah, no, I agree with that.
I feel like I've seen a lot of reports of it happening. I like the fit. I like him having Jackson Dart. the defense. I trust him to get a good defensive coordinator. Um, I like that fit. I think. What do you think is the most appealing head coaching job available right now?
Um, I think it's either got to be the Falcons or the Giants. Personally, if I had to pick one over the other, I think it would be the Giants.
Really? See, I'd go the opposite. I would go the Falcons.
Okay.
I just think having Bijan, having Drake London, Kyle Pitts, that defense, man, that defense is crazy.
Yeah.
But I also like the Giants job.
Yeah. It's just you got Jackson Dart there, Scattaboo, and Neighbors. I mean, that is just, man, I'd love to walk into that building and be a coach of that team.
Hey, hot take, they should have never fired Dable. And
okay, I don't think that's
if
a
they
hot
were,
take, man.
If they were gonna fire Dable, why are you keeping? Is it Joe Shane?
Yeah.
How the hell you say his last name?
Yeah.
Why are you keeping him? That
0 cents.
I will never understand why GMs get to go through multiple head coaches before being fired. Makes no sense to me. You're the one bringing these guys in. At most, you should get 2 chances. 2 chances to pick a head coach. And if you fail both times, you got to take the blame. And
can you send that to Chris Ballard?
I also think that Joe Shane is getting to take the credit for Brian Dable's work in terms of the development of Jackson Dart. Yeah. We saw with the Hard Knocks who was pushing for these draft picks, and it was Brian Dable. And now Joe Shane gets to reap the rewards. And I mean, hey, we saw once Brian Dable left, Jackson Dart's play went down a little bit. I'm not saying Jackson Dart's going to be bad because I'm a fan of Jackson Dart, but I think he would have progressed a lot better with Brian Dable as opposed to whoever they're going to bring in, unless it's a Kevin Stefanski.
What do you think about this Baltimore job? Who do you think ends up taking that?
Ooh, see, honestly, I think the Baltimore job, to me, screams Mike McCarthy.
Right? It definitely seems like an established.
You grab an
guy.
established guy. You don't. And it's normally I would say you go for the young upstart, but you missed your chance last year, and I don't think there's a good enough offensive mind to grab this year. I don't think there's anybody truly ready. I don't like Cliff Kingsbury as a coach. I think he's always been quite overrated. I think he's great first year in the league, great at getting stuff out of mobile quarterbacks, but because he has such a mobile system, look at Kyler. Kyler started picking up a ton of injuries. Jada Daniels started picking up a ton of injuries. That's what happens when you encourage your quarterbacks to run so much. So I don't like him as an option. I don't think he should get a head coaching job. I think he will, though. I think he will get a job somewhere. And I think that team's going to regret it. But I know we were just talking about the Ravens. You know where I could see Cliff Kingsbury going?
I think there,
the Las Vegas Raiders.
Ooh.
I could see him going to the Raiders. Pair him up with Mendoza. I don't think that's the worst idea.
That would be interesting.
Mendoza, Genty, little RPO action with Bowers.
Yeah. Okay, that can be pretty nasty.
Okay, maybe I do see a world where Cliff Kingsbury gets a head coaching job.
Yeah. I think I saw. Let me see if I. Oh, I did. So, as of, I believe this was as today, Ian Rappaport on X, the head coach interview schedule for the Raiders was the Broncos quarterbacks coach Davis Webb, Chiefs offensive coordinator Matt Nagy, Broncos defensive coordinator Vance Joseph, and Seahawks offensive coordinator Clint Kubiak.
Yeah, I'm dumbfounded that Matt Nagy is getting so many opportunities. The Chiefs' offense has not looked good since he's gotten there.
No.
And we saw what he did with the Bears. I mean, he was great that first year, carried by an elite defense.
Yeah.
And then what happened? I mean, real quick, just a little breaking news. The New Orleans Saints are preparing to move ahead with Tyler Shaw as their starting quarterback 2026. Correct decision. 100% the right decision.
He played very well. It's definitely deserved.
He was fantastic to close the year.
Yeah.
I just wanted to bring that up real quick. I saw it pop up. 100% the right decision. What do you think in terms of head coaching the two least appealing jobs?
Um, those Titans.
Yes. Yeah.
Titans pretty easily. Man, I feel like it would have to be. Oh gosh, that is tough.
Maybe the Cardinals. I
I'm
think the Cardinals
yeah,
is an
that's
unappealing job.
I'm between the Cardinals and the Browns,
Yeah.
and I feel like I'd probably say the Cardinals would be worse just because of that Browns defense.
Browns, you got the defense, you got Judkins, you got Fannin, you might
Yeah,
have
you
a
got some
franchise
promising
quarterback.
people. Hey,
Might have a franchise quarterback in Shador.
maybe.
You at least got to give Shador another year.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah, man.
dude, Arizona, man. I mean, I watch a lot of the fantasy footballers, and they've been wanting Gannon fired forever.
It should have been fired a long time ago.
Dude, what is going on? Like, is Marv not gonna be what everybody thought he was going to be?
Well, Marv, when he came, remember before he got hurt, he was looking really, really good, and then he got hurt, and then Michael Wilson turned it into Calvin Johnson. I mean, Michael Wilson turned into a beast, which is not a bad problem to have if you were the Cardinals, because now you have two great receivers, an elite tight end. You got Jacoby Brissett, who I think is good enough to get you to playoffs, but not good enough to get you to a Super Bowl. And that's what's scary is what are you doing with Kyler Murray, which I think everyone knows they're moving on from him. There's some pieces on defense, but that job scares me, man. I don't know. I mean, the last time the Cardinals were really good with what? Probably Carson Palmer being there back in the early 2010s.
Dude, didn't they have a crazy good start one year when D-Hop was on there?
Yeah, with D-Hop. And
right?
Then they fell apart. They were I think 8-0 or 9-0 or something, and then they just crashed and burned.
Dude, that is just I honestly think it was a Kyler problem with that team, and when it comes to Marv, but what's his Brissett getting the job and then starting for the rest of the year, and Marv has one of his, I believe it was his highest, like he called it the most receptions in just a game or two with Brissett. I think it's just all they need to find another quarterback, man. I don't know if they put Brissett out there again next year after did he lose every single game that he started?
So yes, I think because what pick do they have? I know they're not as high as they should be. Let's see. So not big board, mock draft. So they have pick 3. So they're likely not getting Mendoza.
No.
And Dante Moore might head back to college because he doesn't want to play for the Jets. And I don't blame him.
Yeah, not one bit.
But well, actually, I do kind of blame him, honestly. So historically, you don't want to go to the Jets, right? But look at the Jets situation right now. There's a lot of young, great talent on that team, man. I think I don't know.
Is there though? Is there enough for a college guy to want to go there?
I think in terms of the situation,
Brees is gone, man. I don't think Brees is resigning.
Yeah, I agree. Brees is gone, but in terms of situations that rookie quarterbacks have gone into, I think this is one of the better ones in recent memory. Because
did you see Garrett Wilson was their leading receiver on the year?
That was a crazy stat. But hey, man, that's what happens when Justin Fields is your quarterback. Sorry, Justin, I love you, but
dude, man, I was so hopeful for that guy this year, and he once again sucked.
Especially after that first game, man.
Yeah,
that first game, was it against the Bills? Or no, the
Steelers.
It was against the Steelers.
Yeah.
Man, I thought he was going to have such a good year, and now he'll probably never get a starting job again.
No way. Unfortunately, it was another one and done. Pete Carroll out as the Raiders coach. This is
great decision.
Yeah, it had to happen, but it's so
he did his job. He did the job. He got them Mendoza.
Exactly. And dude, I really do think. So you see, I'm going to be saying the same stuff that I was saying this year next year because they have
about being high on the
to
Raiders.
Be good, man. But it's just
maybe you'll be right. You were right about the Patriots,
dude. This year it was just complete opposite. but just if you have a young guy at quarterback, Genty in the backfield, you got Trey. I'm a Trey Tucker guy. I like Trey Tucker, and then you have Brock Bowers. It's like, man, it's just such a good building to be in with all these good players for a rookie quarterback.
That just had me thinking a good segment we could do for one of the upcoming episodes is to go look at our preseason hot takes, our preseason predictions, right?
Accountability episode, baby. I'm good with
accountability
it.
episode. We're gonna have highs and lows.
That's it. But 100%.
I think that's gonna do good. So leave a comment if you guys do want to see that.
I'm gonna spam comments because I want to see that.
I also want to see it. So it's happening whether you leave a comment or not. But leave the comment just so we know.
And a like. And remember to use the code.
Use code TGN. Yep. Get your poggers, get your energy mixes, your hydration mixes. 10% off. Use code TGN.
Let's go.
Next up, we're gonna talk a little playoffs. It's finally playoff football time, man. We're gonna kick things off wild card weekend. I'm just gonna quickly run through the games, the odds. Then we're gonna hit our brackets where we're gonna really talk about everything. So Rams at Panthers. Rams are minus 600 favorites, man. Minus 10.5, and all these odds are according to DraftKings. Packers at Bears. This game and the Bills-Jaguars have been fluctuating a ton. As of right now is the time of this recording, which is bound to change. The Packers are minus 118 favorites. Bears minus 102 underdogs. Packers are minus 1.5 point favorites. Bills minus 112 on the road against the Jaguars. Minus 108 underdogs. Bills are 1.5 point favorites. 49ers underdogs, the second biggest underdogs for the weekend. They are plus 195 in the money line. Eagles are minus 238 favorites. Eagles 4.5 point favorites. Two more games. We got Chargers plus 160 favorites. Patriots minus 192. Patriots are 3.5 point favorites. And then the Monday night football game. The Texans on the road. There's four total, I should say, out of the 7 games that are road favorites. Texans minus 162, Steelers plus 136. Texans are 3-point favorites on the road. And then, so let's just get into this playoff bracket because we're going to be a little bit different here. So do you want to go game by game first, or do you just want to say your bracket and then we'll talk game by game?
Let's go game by game. Or let's say the bracket and then we'll talk game by game.
All right. You can go first there.
All right. So this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to say AFC first, then the NFC. See who wins all these games. So for my playoff prediction this year, man, we're in for a very, very good games this weekend. And honestly, I think these playoffs, it should be great. So in the AFC, we got the 1 seed, the Broncos. They're on bye this week. They got nobody. And then we got the New England Patriots versus the Los Angeles Chargers. I'm taking the... Oh, man, this one was close. I really was bouncing back and forth. But at the end of the day, I chose the Patriots. I'm taking Drake May. Want to be my first fantasy championship in my most expensive league. Give me Drake May. Next, Jacksonville versus the Bills. This one, man, this was another one. I kept bouncing back and forth. But I ended up going with the Bills. Give me Josh Allen in the playoffs. And then last but not least for the AFC, Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Texans. Give me the Texans in that one pretty easily. And then we move on to the AFC divisional round. We got the Broncos versus the Bills. This is a very good test for these Broncos. But I'm very big on Josh Allen, man. I really do think this is the year that he could do it with no Burrow, no Lamar, no Mahomes. So I ended up taking the Bills for that one. And then that means we have the Patriots versus the Texans. I went with Drake May. I think he beats the Texans. I think it's going to be a very, very good test. But I think he's going to do it. So that leaves for the AFC Championship game. For the third time this year, we get to see the New England Patriots versus the Buffalo Bills. And the team that I think will be representing the AFC in the Super Bowl, give me the Buffalo Bills. I think they make it to the game. I think this is Josh Allen's time to shine. I think he gets in there. And then we'll go into the NFC side of this. Seahawks, 1 seed. They're on a bye this week. And then, oh, bro, I know you're excited for this one. The Bears versus the Packers. So I kept bouncing back and forth with this one. But I think the Bears are going to get it done, man. I think the Bears beat the Packers to go to the divisional round. And then another great game, the Eagles versus the 49ers. This one I was also very, very close on. I just kept bouncing back and forth, but I ended up going with the Eagles in this one. Mainly because, do I think the 49ers can win it? Yes, but they're dealing with some injuries. And if they don't get healthy, there are going to be some big injuries. And I think the Eagles will take full advantage of that. Last but not least, the Carolina Panthers versus the Los Angeles Rams for the wild card round. Give me the Rams pretty easily. We go into this divisional. Seattle Seahawks versus these Rams. This is going to be a fantastic game, but I am taking the Rams. I love Stafford in this playoffs. I'm taking him to beat the Seahawks. And then the other divisional game, the Bears versus the Eagles. Dude, I think the Bears make a run, man. I think the Bears beat the Eagles again to advance to the NFC Championship game. And this is where we got the Bears versus the Rams. Unfortunately, this is the end of the road for Caleb Williams and the Bears personally. And I think the Rams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. So that means a big game. We got the Bills versus the Rams. My Super Bowl winner for this year, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills.
Hey, my preseason prediction is what you went with, Bills Rams. Except I said Rams would win at the preseason. We definitely got some differences, but we have a lot of similarities. So I'll jump into mine here. So my playoff predictions for this year, we're going to start things off on the AFC side. So obviously the Broncos, 1 seed, they have the bye. We're going to get into Patriots, Chargers on the road. Give me Drake May pretty easily. I don't think this will be close. That Chargers O-line is atrocious. Jaguars, Bills, man, like you said, I was going through this one all day, the past couple of days. But I woke up today and I had a change of heart. I smelt the air. He's got a kid on the way. He's got no Mahomes, no Burrow, no Lamar. This is his chance. Give me Josh Allen and the Bills. Steelers hosting the Texans. I think it's going to be close. But give me the Texans. So that means we got Broncos hosting the Bills. Like you said, man, we're big on Josh Allen. It's his year. Give me the Bills to upset the Broncos. Patriots at Texans. Unfortunately, Drake May, this is the end of the road for your little journey this year. Give me the Houston Texans. Then we got Texans-Bills, AFC Championship game. Another really close game, but I really think this is Josh Allen's year to make the Super Bowl. Give me Josh Allen and the Bills to represent the AFC. Now we get to the NFC side of things. Seahawks, number 1 seed, get the bye. Bears, Packers. I mean, is it really a question of who I'm taking? Bears, fourth quarter. That's our quarter, man. You know exactly how this game is going to go before it even starts. We're going to come back. We're going to win in the fourth quarter. Eagles, 49ers. I don't think this game's going to be as close as people are thinking. I think Eagles cover that 4.5 point spread. I think they're going to have Brock Purdy seeing ghost out there, especially without a Trent Williams. Give me the Eagles to advance. Panthers, Rams. This one, I think people is going to be very close. I think people are disrespecting the Panthers, which rightfully so, they shouldn't be hosting a playoff game. But 10.5, man, I think that's ridiculous. I think Panthers cover that 10.5 point spread. They got playoff football there in Carolina, but that's still not going to be enough. I love a good underdog story, but unfortunately, it's not going to be this one. Rams still handle business. Then we get another divisional matchup here. Seahawks hosting the Rams. Give me the Seahawks. I think they have the Rams number, especially playoffs at home in Seattle. 12th man's going to be loud. Give me the Seahawks. Bears at Eagles. We saw what happened on Black Friday. It's going to be a repeat of that game. Bears by however many points they want. Bears at Seahawks. Now, my brain tells me to pick the Seahawks, but I can't do it.
We ain't listening to the brain today.
We ain't listening to the brain. We're listening to the heart. We're listening to this right here. The Chicago Bears are making. Why not us? Why not us? Huh?
Hey, why not? Why not?
Give me a Bears-Bills Super Bowl. Why stop there? Why not us? We got a Pope from Chicago. Yep. Caleb Williams is going to lift the Lombardi Trophy. Iceman, cardiac Bears. We're going to do it in amazing fashion as we always do and give me 3 heart attacks on the way to the end of the game. Bears are winning the Super Bowl. Remember
Wow.
this.
What a playoff run that would be for you, huh?
Oh man, I
Hey,
don't know
we
the
both
things
got him.
I'll say
I got
on
him
this
going far too,
podcast. If we make the Super Bowl, the things you're gonna hear come from my mouth,
man.
you'll never be able to tell me anything ever again.
Dude, I mean, I
You know,
really do think they could make a run, man. I mean, they just look so good. It's gonna be, dude. I'm just so excited to watch these playoffs because like I feel like this is like the most unpredictable it's been in a long time, and that I think that's gonna make the best playoffs.
I think there may have been a typo in the brackets, by the way. I don't see the Indianapolis Colts.
Um, dude, what
They were
a
9-1, right?
yeah.
9-1,
No, I think it was like 8-1, 7-1 or something,
something like that.
something like that. Hey,
Oh,
nah. See, I don't even see. I don't want to be that guy to make excuses. I don't want to be that guy. It didn't.
you lost
happen,
your
man.
starting quarterback.
It didn't happen, man. Let's just say, see, but you know what, dude? Why'd you bring it up? Why'd you have to do that?
I mean, we were talking.
You know what?
Playoffs,
All right, I'm
we were
changing
talking
my
about
pick.
team.
I'm taking the Green Bay Packers to beat the Bears in the wild card.
What I do also want to talk about the Colts. What did you think of my boy Riley Leonard? He was slinging that thing, man.
Dude, I was not.
18.
I was 100. I was talking to. I have one Colts fan at work, and I said, I guarantee you, Riley Leonard comes out slinging the ball, and that is exactly what he did. We literally almost won that game. Like that was just, dude,
against the Texans starters for most of the game.
Exactly. It's just, I think
Should
Leonard
he started
had,
over Phillip Rivers.
Yep, and I think that's why he was balled out because it was kind of like a hey, screw you for picking a grandpa over a guy you just drafted. I'm happy he balled out though. I'm happy he balled out.
I know it's not. We were talking about this earlier, but I do want to say one of my preseason hot takes was that Riley Leonard was going to start a game this year. So
Dude,
it didn't happen how I thought it would. It happened to unfortunate circumstances. It still happened.
It still would cash, so that's all that matters. He started a game. Dude, I'm just like, what a like complete flip of a season. But like also, I was talking to the guy at work. This is the most Colts thing ever to happen. Like something always has to go bad. And this year it just, they gave us what they usually don't. So usually bad stuff happens, but this year we had hope. And that's what just makes
the
it
worst.
That much worse, man. To be honest.
So I was talking about this with my buddy Aaron earlier, right?
Yeah.
And prior to the season, excuse me, I predicted the Bears to have 8 or 9 wins, right? And I said, if we make the playoffs, the season's a success. I'm happy, right?
I think I remember you saying that word for word.
Yeah, I might have even said it here.
Yeah.
But now that we're here, I can't lie. There will be extreme disappointment and depression if we lose this weekend. Because now that I've had a taste of the success, I don't want to let it go.
Yeah.
I want to hold on to it and never let it go. And I'm terrified if we lose. And we can't lose to that team, man.
I was about to say, and what an even worse scenario if you are to lose against the Packers at Chicago.
If we go out in the divisional round,
oh my god,
that's okay.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
We can get blown out in the divisional round. Just don't let it be Green Bay. Please, Caleb, if you're listening somewhere out there, just one more game, man. Just give me one more.
Dude, I'm honestly, it's going to be, hey, according to your bracket, you don't see them stop playing anytime soon, but it is going to suck if these Bears do go out because they have just been, dude, I am obsessed with watching Caleb Williams play football, man. He is just so much fun to watch.
Did you see what Colston Loveland said about Ben Johnson?
No,
I'm
what he said.
trying to find the exact quote. Oh, come on. Of course it's not going to come up.
No, it's good.
Come on, Twitter.
Load it up, Elon.
Come on, here we go. All right. So he said what Ben Johnson's message was after the Lions game. That was obviously an embarrassment to lose. He said, after the Lions game, he said, if you're not prepared to play the next 5 weeks or if you're thinking about anything else, think about booking a flight, vacations, or anything, do not bother coming in. He made it very
Ooh,
clear about what's at stake and what this team is looking for.
you
Whew, I
love
love
that.
my
You
head
love
coach,
that.
man.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Ben Johnson, he might have saved my life. I love that man, and I've never even met him.
Dude, I hope you guys make a run, man. I think it's gonna happen, man. I really do. I'm pretty convinced.
I think we're at least making the. I really think we make the NFC title game.
Yeah, that's where I got you guys. Unfortunately, that's where I have you guys is ending, but I think you guys are gonna make it there, man.
I
Hey,
hope
but
so,
hey,
man.
but if you
It'll
would have
make my
showed
day.
me this bracket at the beginning of the year, I would have called you so many different names. This is
Yeah.
just that just sums up how crazy. This was one of honestly, from a viewing perspective, this was one of the best years of football I've ever watched. Just all these different storylines. We're
I
so
know,
used to some
like-
guys being in here, now they're not. It's just absolutely insane this year.
All the underdogs, all the new guys coming in.
Yep.
You got some of the old guys, the Steelers, the old vets
Philip
like
Rivers
Rodgers.
came back this year, man. Philip Rivers.
There's
Dude,
been so
dude,
much
that's
excitement
crazy.
this year.
That's crazy. It sucks that it's ending, though, man. It really does.
Hey,
No
we
more
still got
fantasy
about 5
talk,
weeks
dude.
left.
No more fantasy.
We still got about 5 weeks, but so I feel like we've made our points clear about how we feel about these games. I do quickly want to talk about the college football playoffs. Did you happen to catch any of the games?
Dude,
I know you're not a big college guy.
I did not, man. I can't, bro.
Are-
I try, but I can't. I just can't get into it.
Are you watching the semifinals this week?
Who's
Thursday,
playing?
Friday?
Tell me who's playing.
So Thursday, I believe. Yep. So the Thursday game, Ole Miss and Miami.
Oh, I'm happy Ole Miss won. That's good.
That what did you catch any highlights of that game? Because that was one of the craziest
Was it
games
crazy?
I've ever seen.
Oh, no, I didn't
Ole
I didn't
Miss
catch it.
and dude, specifically on Ole Miss, Trinidad Chambliss.
What
His
a name.
draft stock is through the roof. Ole Miss quarterback, 30 of 46, 362, 2 touchdowns. The stuff that he was doing, he looked a little Mahomey. He looked a little Mahomey out there, man. He put that team on his back. Kawan Lacey's obviously a dog, the running back, and he's staying as well. He's coming back next year. But Trinidad Chambliss, man, he was projected like 7th round, 6th round, maybe undrafted. I've seen him mocked in the 2nd round after that game.
Dang.
His stock is through the roof because he balled out, and the Georgia didn't play bad. They really didn't play bad. They just didn't do enough, man. Ole Miss 20 points in the 4th quarter to win that game.
Man,
That game was nuts.
that's awesome.
I can't say much about the other games. Miami upset Ohio State and really controlled that game. I said before it happened, that Miami defensive line it's better than Texas Tech's. It is the best in the country. Ruben Bain, he's projected to go top 5 most likely, and rightfully so. He's a monster. Oregon just manhandled Texas Tech 23-0. And speaking of manhandled, Indiana,
dude,
38-3 over Bama.
That's
their
crazy,
year, man.
bro. That's crazy.
I just want to make some more predictions for this week. Oregon at Indiana. Oregon is banged up, man. Their injury report it's like 2 pages worth. And even if it wasn't, it doesn't matter. They played earlier this year. Indiana handled business, and they're going to do more than handle business this time around. I think Indiana, they're 3.5-point favorites. Go ahead and triple that. I think Indiana wins by double digits.
I love that.
Oregon's not coming to play. Mendoza, Heisman, he's probably winning it all this year. Signetti, best coach in the nation. Give me Indiana. Ole Miss, Miami. This is a really interesting game because which Ole Miss do we see, right? Is it the Ole Miss we saw last week that had everything going their way towards the end of that game?
Crap.
And then Miami, how's that defense going to play? And the story I've said all college football playoff is Carson Beck. If he doesn't lose you the game, I see my Miami winning. But he is very good at doing that, at losing football games, right? And being the cause of that. He can be so turnover prone at times. And I love a feel good story, man. Give me Ole Miss to upset Miami. Miami 3.5 point favorites. Give me the upset. Why not?
Can you
And then,
compare
yeah,
Carson Beck to a NFL quarterback?
Tua Tagovailoa.
Oh,
I think
okay. Yeah,
I
that's
think that's perfect. That might be a
okay.
little
That's a
harsh. It
good.
might be a little harsh because Beck's been good at times,
Uh-huh.
but
But he can lose you one. I mean,
he's
you just
he can
described
lose you
Tua.
a lot of games. So yeah, I think Tua is a great comparison for him, but not as good as Tua. Yeah, I think it's a good comparison. Yeah, I'm so excited, man. This has been not only a great NFL season, a great college season as well, minus Notre Dame not making it to the playoff. But outside of that, it's been a really good college season. I do think that we may see the playoff get expanded. I could see them getting rid of the first round bye. I think there's going to be a lot of changes next year in terms of the college football world. And I wish there was a way. I don't have the answers, but there needs to be a way to regulate the transfer portal because this is ridiculous what's going on. And it's kind of killing college football a little bit.
Yeah.
So I hope they do find a way to regulate it because it sucks what's happening. I don't know if you heard the Washington quarterback. I don't know his name off the top of my head. He committed to re-sign to Washington 4 days ago. Apparently signed a contract for millions of dollars, right?
Uh-huh.
And has now re-entered the portal.
Oh,
So now Washington is
that's
filing a
ain't
lawsuit
yeah,
against him
yeah. I mean,
that
I
he
could see
signed an
why.
abiding contract. He
Ooh,
has to stay. So and that's the problem when you start giving out millions upon millions of dollars. I'm
yeah,
all for them getting their money for likeness, right? But teams paying that's where I think it's a little crazy is the team should not be the ones paying.
yeah,
If you want to get
yeah,
sponsorships and athletic deals, that's one thing in my opinion, but it's turned into a mini NFL. I mean, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw the other day that someone like re-signed with their school. You were in college,
you
dude.
are,
What,
dude.
what do you
That's
mean you
crazy.
re-signed? Like there needs to be more regulations. I don't know if I sound like an old head, but
No, 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 no. I mean, that is
it's
kind of
crazy.
crazy. That's how they're referring it or
And
referring
I
to
do
that.
just want to say we missed it earlier. I forgot to mention it, but NFL hot takes post wild card round. We're heading into the divisional by the time you're probably watching this video. But give me those NFL hot takes, man. Leave them down below in the comments. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, wherever you're watching this. Leave those hot takes so we can roast you like these poor Steelers fans today in next week's episode. Or we might agree with you. Sometimes you guys
Maybe.
got some good ones. Sometimes you got some spicy ones.
I mean, if you
So
guys, as long as you just leave something, you'll get a
we'll
reaction.
love to talk
You're gonna
about
get
it.
something. I mean, like we said, we might crap on you a little bit, but if you leave a good one, we'll always agree. We'll be willing to
We
hear you
might
out.
glaze you a little bit. You
Exactly.
might get a little props
Exactly.
from us. So leave those below. We'll love to tune them in. Harry, was there anything else you were wanting to tackle today?
Let's see. Yeah, let's have some WWE talk real quick.
Oh, okay.
So
Let's
now,
fine by me.
what do you think? What do you think about the anniversary episode, Monday Night Raw?
So when I put out a tweet when that started, when they did that Stranger Things intro, and I was like, I'm loving this already. This is the coolest
It
thing
was
ever.
cool. It was cool.
And then the rest of the episode happened.
Okay.
What was the point of a Stranger Things themed episode? There were no cast members. There were no custom attires. No stipulation matches. There were just a bunch of props that you found from J.C. Penney and Michael Cole struggling to get out of a van at his old age.
Dude, that had me cracking up because you could tell like that was like the last thing that guy wanted to do was to get out of the Stranger Things.
He does
man.
not know what Stranger
You just saw
Things
right
is.
away. He's like, dude, no way, I gotta be doing this. That had me cracking up. But I mean, yeah, like you just said, I think, unfortunately, I mean, how many times can you say this? The way Triple H hyped this episode up, I just don't know if it delivered like that. Especially for your episode, the 1 year anniversary. Like, that's big. It was a Stranger Things collab. None of them were there. like you said, just no different matches. But I will say, because I mean, Twitter X, it's a place filled with a lot of hate about stuff. That's just how this app
Especially
is.
for wrestling.
Especially,
It is
yes.
toxic.
I think people were really, really overreacting about this episode from Gunther and AJ Styles. That was
That's exciting.
I love how Gunther is just rubbing it into literally every single place he goes that he made John Cena tap. Like that is just I think he's killing it with that. I love what he's doing there. I do want to say I thought this crowd was terrible, man.
Awful. Oh my god, they were horrible.
Dude, I'm watching them follow Gunther in. I'm like, dude, the aura that this guy got. I'm 24 years old. I don't use that word a lot. I really do not use that word a lot. But watching Gunther just like, dude, this is like the guy that just he retired John Cena. Like, you gotta respect that. I love that AJ Styles is the first guy to like kind of like tell him like, hey, chill about it. When he slapped him, it was crazy. AJ. Dude, not unfortunately, because I love what they're doing. But yeah, I think that's gonna happen. I love what they're doing with that. I love that Gunther just keeps rubbing everybody's faces. I just think, how much more do you think they go with that act of just like the hey, I made John Cena tap?
If I know Triple H, we're gonna be hearing this past WrestleMania. So
yeah,
and it's gonna kill it, man. And I just want to piggyback off what you said with the episode being better, right? So once upon a time, I did wrestling content, right? Maybe one day I'll bring it back. But man, one thing that changed my whole perspective on wrestling was getting off of Twitter, because it is such a negative, toxic place in the internet wrestling community.
Crazy.
And ever since I've stopped going on Twitter during shows, I'll finish a show and I'll be like, and that was pretty good. Like I enjoyed this. Like this was a good part. Same thing with TV shows, like with Stranger Things. I was like, this is a pretty good finale. And then I got on Twitter and everybody shit all over it. Yeah. And I think it's just a trend. Just once somebody hates something, man, you just keep throwing shit on the shit pile. Like, it just keeps stocking up. But yeah, man, I enjoyed this episode of Raw. I think the past SmackDown was better than Raw, though, which is crazy to say that SmackDown was better than Raw, because that never happens.
Kit Wilson, dude, he's got a whole new
dude.
I love
Kit
it. I
Wilson.
love it.
Come on,
that was friggin'. We got Zack Ryder back, Matt Cardona, whatever.
Yeah, woo, baby.
He's back. What's up?
Do you think that Punk should have beat Breaker?
No. Hey, I was gonna get. Hey, wait, we'll get there. We'll do a little recap of this episode. But Becky Lynch defeated Maxine Dupree. What'd you think? What'd you take from that one?
The greatest women's wrestler of all time, and it's not just me saying it. Okay, Sports Illustrated says it. Bleacher Report says it. She's the GOAT.
I think so.
But it also is like I've always thought Becky Lynch is the greatest women's wrestler of all time. She's definitely my favorite women's wrestler of all time. She's in my top 5, top 10 wrestlers of all time. In my, like, not in terms from an in-ring standpoint, but just in my favorites. Yeah. She's
personal. She's I get you.
Amazing, and I love what she's doing. Her work right now. I do think it was a little early to take it off Maxine, because I thought Maxine was doing good. And I don't think Maxine's beating her. I think AJ Lee is gonna be the one to beat her.
I was just about to say, I think they had Becky win this one, because they're gonna start this build up for her versus AJ Lee in WrestleMania.
But dude, think about that. Look at today's date.
Yeah,
it is January 7th.
Yep.
AJ Lee never shows up, which that's fine. She's part-time. I get that. But WrestleMania, let's see, 2026 date, April 18th and 19th. We have February. We have more than three full months and this feud has been going on for 3 months with her and AJ Lee.
Crazy.
So I really hope they're able to keep it interesting. And I think that not only are they going to ramp up, because we're approaching Rumble at the end of this month, Mania season, but it's when football starts stopping, right? And I think that's when they really ramp it up, because they're getting the viewers back from Monday nights from the pay-per-view days, you know. So I
Now
hope they
here,
ramp it up, man. And
I gotta tell you what
yeah,
disappointed me the most. So I'm watching this live. I go on Twitter and I see Javon Evans got called up to Raw. They didn't
during a
show that, bro.
commercial.
During a like, nah, hey, nah, don't get me, dude. This crowd, like, nobody got as hyped as I thought they were going to. That was just this crowd absolutely ruined this episode because I thought it was good. I thought it was a good. I enjoyed watching the episode, but the crowd completely ruined this. I don't know how you don't show Javon Evans being called up. Like, why
It
is
was
that
only
on
on
during?
international broadcasts that don't get the ads. Like,
Oh my gosh.
oh, did you see NXT last night? I didn't watch NXT, but I did catch. So Obafemi
Oba?
retained the title,
I did see that.
but he vacated
I did
it.
see
He's
that.
coming
Dude,
up.
he's coming. He's coming up.
I
Dude.
love Obafemi, dude.
That's gonna be.
He's a monster.
I think we got two more things to touch on in this episode. What'd you think about? Who came out? Stephanie. Yeah, Stephanie. She came out in her walking boot, and Raquel Rodriguez just absolutely just demolished her.
So
what do you think? Dude, me too. Me too. I'm
a fan of her. Big Mommy, cool. Like,
yeah.
I'm a fan of her, but I think she's either gonna win the title and lose it quickly. But what I really think is gonna happen is she's gonna be like inches away from winning the title, and I think Liv and Roxanne are gonna screw her over. I think she's getting kicked out of the Judgment Day here soon.
I think, dude. Wow, that's a good one.
I love
because
I know
was
a lot
more...
of people hate the Judgment Day, but I love
no.
They're
They're awesome. They're awesome. I think I was more on the side of I think she'll win it quick and probably drop it quick. But a little screw job that would be fun to watch. They screw her out of that title.
Or if she does win it quick, I think Liv's going to be the one to take it from her.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
I wonder how serious this injury is for Stephanie.
Yep.
And then, even so, I think she needs to go away for a little bit because, man, I don't know about you, but I do watch so I watch AEW, right?
Yep.
And I casually watch other promotions, not that often.
Yep.
But like the big names, like I would watch Stephanie McCurry, right?
Yep.
And dude, to see what obviously she's a big deal in WWE, but they have turned her into a devil's kiss merchant.
Unfortunate.
It's so depressing to see because she is so talented, and the crowd does not give a shit until she does the devil's kiss,
which is crazy, dude. It's just because she really is that good. I know it's totally different show. Trick Williams, man. That dude is just
Trick Willie.
Dude. He is. Yeah, man. I'm so excited.
That guy.
I'm so excited to watch him.
His lemon pepper steppers, baby.
Yeah.
I love Trick. I love Mello. Mello's my favorite wrestler in the world. So Trick Mello gang being on the same show, they're gonna have some battles over that U.S. title. I think
Jordan Grace too, right? Yeah, she was there.
Jordan Grace.
I'm very happy with what we're seeing of these people that they're bringing up so far.
They needed it. It.
Yeah.
So obviously, as you could tell from behind me, for those of you who are sticking around, we appreciate it. The real fans here, as we talk about wrestling. I've got my little Chelsea Green auto behind me, right?
That's awesome.
I'm a huge Chelsea Green fan, but I am so happy she dropped that title to Julia. I hope the crowd gets behind Julia because Julia is such a badass, man.
Yeah.
Like, she is such a good wrestler. And another person who might be getting called up, Mariah May, Blake Monroe, whatever you want to call her. She looks like she's getting called up after last night as well. Let Blake.
I got to hit you with some news from an hour ago. An hour ago. So, there have been, per WrestleOps on Twitter, there have reportedly been discussions for Lola Vice to potentially be called up to the main roster.
I hope it's not SmackDown. And the reason for that is her and Damian Priest are obviously a thing outside of wrestling.
Yep.
And I'm worried that with his ongoing, what feels like 3-year-long feud with Aleister Black, they're going to call her up just to be his,
I agree.
Girlfriend.
Hopefully not.
And then once that's done, what's she going to do? That's what scares me.
Exactly.
I think Raw could use her a little more.
Hey, and last but not least, to close out this Monday Night Raw, CM Punk defeats Braun Breaker to retain the World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, that's
It was a good match. It was a good
exactly what
match.
yes, it was a good match, but why not? Why not let Braun win? I get
And
CM Punk dropped the belt quick last time, very quick last time he had it, but dude, Braun Breaker is your future. Why not, man? Just why not? It made no sense to me.
so the thing that like I love Punk. Obviously, we're from the Chicago
Yes,
area.
yeah,
Like Punk is like God over here.
yeah, yeah.
But I want a Breaker to win, and what scares me now is I feel like they're gonna have Breaker win the Rumble, and he does not need to win the Rumble.
Dude, not
And
at all.
I hate when
Not
they
at
do
all.
that. Like when McIntyre won the Money in the Bank, right?
Yep.
He didn't need to win the Money in the Bank for Punk to screw him over. I hate when they use these big events that are once a year for just small side plot devices
Yeah.
that we don't need. Like, and if you were gonna have Breaker lose, you made the Vision look so weak, man.
Yeah.
The Vision looked so weak when they were taken out by it was Ray, Dragon Lee, and
Right.
Penta.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
and
No, I agree.
where's that gonna go? Let's be honest, that's not going anywhere. Like
They should have just pulled the trigger on it because man, we saw Braun walking around with the belt weeks ago, and he looked like he needed one of those. He needs one of those ASAP.
I mean, he held his own on the mic with Punk. He arguably beat Punk on the mic. He was killing it in those promos. Um, I will say, while the match was good, it was sloppy at times. There were a lot of botches, man.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Punk's a veteran enough to be able to like hide those botches and like
Yep.
make it look natural. Like the top rope, the Frankensteiner that or
Yep.
Brakenstein, whatever he calls it,
Yes.
that he missed. Punk made it look a little better. But yeah, man, they needed to put the title on Breaker. Maybe they wait till Mania and do Breaker Punk again,
Yep.
or maybe Breaker Punk or Seth, Breaker Punk Seth in a triple threat for the title. Maybe I don't know. I'm excited to see what Seth does when he comes back.
Yeah. Hey, dude.
I think,
I mean,
yeah,
we're in the. Unfortunately, we're kind of like getting to our NFL off season here. Maybe next week we talk a little more about the episodes. We'll see. We'll see how they
maybe
go.
a little bit.
If Triple H makes them worth talking about, then we will gladly talk about them.
You keep pushing this. I might just have to start making a little more wrestling content again. I might have to go back into that world a little bit.
Dude, I watch
Seth
Santee
Rollins is,
every single day, man. I'm
he's
literally
such a beast, man.
dude. He's the
such
goat.
a beast.
Bro.
All of them. I appreciate all of them.
He's the goat. Who are some other guys? Who are some other guys I should be checking? Because I'll be honest, I'm real new into the. I know Santee is like the biggest one for YouTube wrestling.
Santee's he's the biggest guy out there. Con Man, he's
Con
awesome.
Man? Okay.
Wheezy Blonde, she's great.
Okay, cool.
Mini Portable, I did a video with her. She is
very cool,
amazing. She was
awesome.
really cool.
I'll
So
have to check them out.
check all of them out. Wrestling, yeah, man, wrestling. It is cool again, which is nice. I've always been a huge wrestling fan. Yeah. Even when it wasn't cool to be a wrestling fan, I was there through those dark times in 2018. Sadly,
see, I'll be honest, man. That's when I was out of there. Poured. That's when I wasn't there, so I didn't.
I don't blame you, man.
I didn't get to, but I'm very, very happy that it is good again because I mean, this is all I did when I was a kid. So
I gotta say, man, one of these days, I am gonna get you into AEW. It's gonna happen.
Dude,
I'm telling
we'll
you,
see,
it's worth it, dude. It's worth it. But wrestling as a whole is awesome right now.
It is.
Football's awesome. Wrestling's awesome. Let us know if you do want to hear, if you're still here, listen to us yap about a little wrestling. If you don't, if you want to hear more of that, we'll be more than happy to talk about it. Yeah, but that's pretty much it from us this week, right?
Hey, wait, what's the code again?
Hey, code TGN for Poggers, 10% off all items, all your hydration and energy mix needs. Go check them out. 10% down below.
Let's go.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for tuning in. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe. Trying to hit 50 subscribers by the Super Bowl. So hit that subscribe button if you're still here listening along, and we will see you guys next week.